Well, the Tamil Nadu election results have come on predictable lines in that the DMK has been able to capture a majority in the Tamil Nadu assembly, but it's also not come on predictable lines to the extent that the DMK, which was hoping to sweep the assembly election, has not been able to do so. Remember, in 2019 the DMK had been able to get about 38 of the 39 Lok Sabha seats in Tamil Nadu, and it was hoping that it would repeat that kind of performance in the assembly election as well. We had DMK leader M.K. Stalin in fact saying that he hoped to get as many as 200 seats, while pollsters had predicted about 160 to 180 seats for the DMK. However, what we are seeing that though there has been an anti-incumbency wave, the AIADMK has been able to hold its own in many pockets across Tamil Nadu. So what is it that has gone in favor of the AIADMK? Well, first of all, if you divide the results region wise, what you'll see is that the AIADMK has performed very well in western Tamil Nadu, what is known as the Kongu belt or the Kongu region, which is where Chief Minister Edeppadi Palaniswami hails from. And this is also the region that's known maximum for the dominant Gounder community population. So he has been able to hold sway over this community, and it has voted almost en masse for EPS, vesting entirely its trust in EPS's leadership. The other factor that's gone in favor of EPS is the one-year community. The one-year community, remember, got a big internal reservation quota that was announced just an hour to go for the model code of conduct to come in. Now this quota, this community actually has been demanding for that quota for almost a year now, and when the law was passed allowing for a one-year community quota, that's something that's really given the AIADMK a fillip in northern Tamil Nadu, where this community is dominant. What has been the side effect of this is the backlash from the third dominant community, the Tevar community, to which O. Paneerselvam belongs. Now, the Tevar community is is dominant in southern Tamil Nadu as well as the Kaveri Delta region, and both these areas are where the AIADMK suffered the maximum losses. Apart from that, the AIADMK has also suffered maximum losses in Chennai city, where out of the 16 assembly segments, AIADMK has hardly made a dent really in the metro itself, in the capital city itself. So while it suffered these losses, it's still been able to hold its own in many of the regions, primarily because of EPS's popularity, probably because he has been able to establish himself as a mass leader in certain regions and certain pockets of Tamil Nadu, and this could well decide the battle for supremacy within the AIADMK as well. Remember, over the last couple of years, we've seen a sort of tug of war on who should be the leader, who should be leading the AIADMK party itself. Ever since Jayalalithaa's death, there's been a question of whether OPS is a greater leader or EPS is a greater leader. Well, this election result actually sort of settles that, because EPS has been able to come up tops as far as getting his own community to back the party and emerging also as a mass leader of sorts in many of the pockets across Tamil Nadu. What this election result has also shown is that EPS in a way will be able to offer an effective opposition to the in the Tamil Nadu assembly, which is also important in a democracy, of course, because once you have reasonably good numbers, you will be able to have a strong voice in the assembly, and he has been able to establish that.